Hi guys!
Welcome to the Big Sister Project videos. Today I have Miss
Annalee
and Mr.
Evan,
and they're going to be helping me answer some really interesting questions about childcare. Let's start with the first question. What do you think is a suitable punishment for kids these days if they don't listen to their au pair?
No devices for a week. They should take away their favourite thing.
What would
Taking away their favourite fossil.
So yours would be
Not
a fossil?
everybody is. Mine would be a fossil.
And how long do you think is a reasonable amount of time to take them away for?
One or 2 weeks.
So if Mum
week.
took away your teeth for like 2 weeks, you would be really like...
I would be
sad,
very
right?
disappointed, very sad.
Okay, next question. What time do you think is a reasonable hour of the morning on the weekend to wake up other people staying with you, like guests? If you want to hang out with them on a Sunday, 10 o'clock?
Yeah.
If you don't understand homework and your parents don't understand your homework, what's the best thing to do?
Well,
like if you get some maths homework and you don't understand it and your parents don't understand it for some reason because they might be like me and terrible at maths, what's the best solution?
I think it's about reading it once more, trying to understand it a little bit more. Then if you really don't understand it and you have a device,
Google it. What about you, Evan? What would you do if you didn't understand and Mum and Dad didn't understand or your babysitter didn't understand?
I think except for Googling it, I don't know what to say.
Maybe you could tell your teacher that you don't understand it and you tried your best, right?
Yeah, I can tell her that.
Okay, next question. If you personally started getting frustrated or angry because you didn't want to do something or you didn't like something or you didn't understand something that someone was telling you, how would you want someone to respond to your frustration? If you were throwing a fit and crying and screaming, not that you do that now, right, because we're grown up, but if you did that, what do you think a good thing for an adult to do in that situation would be?
Okay, for starters, can I say, I feel we need buzzers.
Buzzers.
So that
I
know the question.
Buzzer, hand, okay? You just have to,
Okay.
yeah, liking that way.
Okay, I think how we should deal with it is that if somebody's, try and just relax them. Tell them that it's okay.
What if they're frustrated at something that you said to them? Like, what if I told you, no, you can't watch TV because you've watched enough TV, and then you got really upset? What's the best thing for me to do?
You give them something that would be like fun for them to do. Be like, look, you can't watch TV now because you've been watching it all day, but here's a fun game that I can teach you how to play. And then,
so kind of engage them in another way.
Yeah.
If they're crying, then I would ask them what they want except for what I told them not to do. And then if they tell me what they want to do and it's unreasonable, then I would say no, but anything that is reasonable, I'll say yes.
Cool. Alright, here's another one for you. What do you do if someone puts food on your plate and you really, really, really don't like the food? What if you're in a situation where everyone else is eating and it's super polite and you've never met any of them before, like brand new host family, for example, and they've cooked a meal for you and you don't like anything on your plate? How do you get out of that?
Well, maybe
I know.
Hold on, one at a time.
Maybe you could say, I am grateful for this food, but this is not my favorite kind of food, so I'll just put that aside for now.
I like that idea. You can politely say thank you and then see if you can have something else, right?
See if you can politely ask them for something else, like maybe it's like like for dinner.
We're not talking about you. We're not going to eat you up.
We're not going to eat bacon right now. Well, or pork.
If we were out and I got us very, very, very lost and I didn't have my phone on me, or my phone died, or I didn't have your mum's number for some reason.
What if we have technology?
Or if you didn't have technology, worst case scenario, none of us have technology, none of us know where we are. How do we deal with that?
If you ask somebody politely, don't actually beg.
Don't beg, that's a bit weird.
Don't beg.
But I suppose you've got to find help, right?
Yeah.
And what if you have language barriers? What if you're not completely sure of how to ask in another
I was
language?
born that way too.
What do you do?
You go to their phone, put Google
like
Translate on.
Hey, 21st century kids right here.
Google Translate
Okay,
on.
worst case scenario, you're in the middle of a field, you don't have any technology and neither does the stranger. What do you do then?
There's usually a map of the field or something.
In the middle of a field, just find a map of the field. Okay, look out for that
No,
map.
but if there's who needs a map of a field? It's a field. It's a flat piece of ground.
I like palm
Okay,
trees.
moral of the story is ask someone for help. If there is nobody to help you, then keep on walking. It's like Dory. Channel your inner
Yeah.
Dory. Keep on swimming.
Just hit me in the head.
Swimming,
Just keep swimming, walking,
Just
walking.
baby.
Just keep swimming like
Let's
a
not go there.
megalodon.
Baby
Okay,
shark.
if you're home alone with your nanny or your au pair or your babysitter, and the child has, or you have lost something, or you want something, but you don't know how to describe it in more than one way, and the other person doesn't understand what it is. I had that situation with the slippers. My host brother wanted me to get his slippers, but I didn't know the word in French somehow. So I was there for ages getting boxes of tissues and his dressing gown and a chair and all this other stuff, and it wasn't the right thing. But if that happens to you, qu'est-ce qu'on fait? What do we do? I think what you do is you suggest items that it could be. Annalee, your body is away from the camera. You need to turn. You show them other items, right?
Yeah.
And you say, oh, is it this? Is it this? Is it this?
The person can't talk, like you say, is it this? And they can nod their head or just do that.
Yeah. If your au pair or your nanny or your babysitter is going to a family gathering with your family and they don't know anybody and you know that they are responsible for you when you're at home with them, how can you kind of help integrate them, or how can the au pair help, rely on you to integrate them into that situation?
Okay, so us kids, we can help by introducing the au pair, finding a topic that the au pair and all the people like, so that all the peoples can talk about it.
All the people. I like it. The kids can integrate the au pairs can ask the host kids to not hit each other in the face. Okay. Oh my gosh, you okay? So many to the flip rule. Oh man.
What happens if they're reading a story and the child falls asleep on you in a very weird position?
Well, that's a good question. What do you do as an au pair? What would you want them to do, Evan? What would you?
If
you fell asleep on me in a really weird position.
Like this.
I would
Comme ça. Like
I
that.
yeah, I would try carefully picking them up and maybe putting them into bed.
Right.
Like,
And what if you can't actually get up in the first place?
well, if you can't get up,
Roll. You do the whole thing from Friends where it's like, and roll. Ways to bond with your host kids when you've never met before. First date. What would you do? Things to do. Play games.
Interesting.
Sing songs.
say what's your name, try to get along.
Do random stuff that you both enjoy.
And making mistakes is good because that means you're learning.
Never be afraid to ask, because asking actually means that you're growing and learning, and that next time when you're doing something, you don't actually need to ask because you already know what to do. If that helped, that's awesome!
If not, leave some questions below.
But we've had heaps of fun talking to you, and we'll see you soon.
Hit the like button.
Hit the like button. Oh yeah, that is well. I'm really bad at this.
Bye. Hit the like button.